Trauma comes from the Greek word trauma, and it means wounded. And in this video, I'm going to share with you my perspective if it's actually possible to heal the wounds by ourselves. My name is Marek and I specialize in the somatic work, primarily on how we can heal the wounds, process the tension inside our own bodies by ourselves. So, how it works with the wounds, I will share first my story. I was completely dissociated, CPTSD, not even connected to my own body because how much pain there was. I wasn't even aware how many wounds I was carrying inside of me. And then I met my girlfriend and I became a stepfather because I got also 2 kids. And it's a wild ride. It's a wild ride constantly. So she was pointing me on all the wounds and all the things that were in me and I wasn't aware of them because it's like a mirroring, right? They were mirroring what I had inside of me. Now what happened then is that she was helping me process it. She was way more regulated, way more stable comparing to me. And I was healing thanks to her. So this is the first part. So there is like a co-regulation, having someone, a therapist, a practitioner that can help us heal. Because before that, I wasn't able to heal myself because not only all the trauma, the wounds were locked somewhere down there and were influencing me, but I didn't even know how to hold space for me. I didn't have the insight, the information. So this is like the first part. But then what gradually happened is that the more stable I was, the more kind of powerful, regulated I was, I started to be aware that I can hold the space for myself, that I don't need the girlfriend right now for this specific thing, because I'm able to do it by myself. That I can dive deeper into meditation practice and feel through the tension, feel through the wounds, because I can hold the space for the wounds. I can give it freedom, care, love, and understanding, and then I can continually process it. So yes, it's possible to heal the wounds by ourselves, but there is a process. So the idea is that first we need someone to help us with regulation. But then I found out there is another thing, is that the more you interact with the outside world through the relationship with others, through exposing ourselves to the outside world is going to trigger the things within us. And then we can breathe through, we can feel through the tension, through the wounds. And for some things, maybe we don't know what to do about it. Many times it can be too much for us to handle it, to release it, to process it. Therefore, we need someone. And there are like these 2 categories. The first one is the co-regulation, and then comes to self-regulation. And then through the self-regulation, we can continue to learn how we can heal ourselves. So the advice is how Rumi said it: the wound is where the light enters you, or where there is a ruin, there is a hope for a treasure, or even the silence is language of God and everything else is a poor translation. How can I continually be in a silence during the day, where I dive and through the breath dive within into my own body? Jung had got this wonderful quote, the one who looks outside dreams, the one who looks inside awakens. And this is how we look inside. We don't look inside through the books, through listening to music, through playing video games. We do it by practice and through discipline and through being in silence by ourselves and diving continually deeper into within. So that's something that you can try to do. I got full videos. This is why I call it Somatic Field Community and Somatic Field Program, that we can learn how we can dive deeper within and feel through the tension, feel through the wounds. But first, the wounds needs to be triggered. This is very important because we are not aware of what we are not aware. I don't know if it makes sense, but this is what I found out, is that and this is like example. I was very jealous in the past, and what would happen is that my girlfriend would go out for a walk and I would have this feeling she's going to leave me. First of all, this state that came from deep down, that I'm going to be left alone. And then from that state that I was representing, then I was like, it's like she's going to be with another man. I would start a project, like spiraling. And when she came home, I started telling her about, not like judging her, but sharing what I felt. And it was like, I felt that I'm going to be abandoned. I felt that I'm going to be left alone. And I told her to not speak about, just listen to what I felt. And she's like, okay, so thanks for sharing. But things because I came with that to the surface. I was able to process it more, heal it more. And then on some part in deep down in me, I felt more light. And I know this is what I found out, this is the most difficult work. But it's the work that leads to inner freedom. Because first we learn how we can continually tame the mind, and when the mind is tamed, then what there is nothing. There are no thoughts. There is silence. But many times a lot of people are stuck in there, that their mind is tamed, but in the moment when they're like alone, they're isolated, therefore nothing really triggers them. But in the moment when they would be exposed to the outside world, to relationship with others, to family, to something more and more, then like it would be, the things would come to the surface. Because a lot of the wounds, primarily like also the generational trauma and the childhood trauma, were because of the relationship with others. So through the relationship with others, we not only heal, but the things get triggered. And it's not easy. I'm not saying that it's like walk in a park. It's tough. And I found out that it's a great way how we can be free. And I can teach you how you can do it. I know I can. So have a great day and goodbye.